Okay, so boss artifacts. This is a boss artifact. It's got the pink stat, which is how you can tell it's a boss artifact, of 79% damage boost to bosses, which is huge for evil type characters, and the main stat is crit hit damage. This is not a boss artifact, it doesn't have the pink stat. So that's the difference. Both S rank, but this one has the additional stat, which is a huge stat bonus. Okay, so there's two places you can get these from. There's a few different methods how you can get them. So the thing about boss artifacts is the main stat will always be the same, and the special stat is always out of one or two options. There's two options, and it will be one of the two options for each type of boss. So if we have a look at the bosses, I'll explain which boss gives you what bonus. So if we go to Advent boss here, so the Phoenix one first of all, this will give damage deflection. It will drop artifacts with damage deflection as the main stat, and as the special stat is for god and martial arts type characters. So if you want to get an artifact for a specific character, you want to do the boss which will give you the pink stat for that character. So this one would do it for the god and martial arts type characters. It also drops Vitality and Guardian sets, which will be important later on. So the Salamander, the main stat for this boss is always attack percentage, and the special stat will be for elemental or skill characters. And in the Cantare boss, the main stat will be crit damage, and the types it will be for the special stat is evil or weapon. Okay, so if we just check, see if mine matches up with that Fira, which it will do. You can see it's a Cantare boss relic. It's got the evil type. That could have been weapon type, which wouldn't have been good because he's a light evil, and it wouldn't have worked for him if it was. But it's an evil one, so it's perfect. And the crit damage will always be the same. Okay, so there's two places you can get them from, or three in fact. The first way is drops. The boss drops them. The boss will always drop the destruction type artifact. It will not drop any others. So if you look at the bosses here, even though this will drop these sets of gear, it will only drop the one type of artifact, which would, for the Cantare one, would be the destruction set. Okay, so that's one way to get them. It's probably not a very easy way to get them because I don't know what the drop rates are, but I don't think I've had an S1 yet. So yeah, that's one way to get them. Another way to get them is if you go to the forge. Okay, you can craft the boss artifacts ones down here in the bottom left, but we're not going to do that because there's an easier way. You can actually just craft an artifact, and it could give you a boss one, and the boss ones can be of any rarity. So you can get A or B rank ones. It's not S and above. So let's just craft one and hope for the best. So let's craft an A rank offensive one, and let's see what we get. Okay, so we've got a guitar. That isn't a boss artifact. And that would have never been a boss artifact because I used defense gear. I would have to use destruction gear. So let's try that again with destruction gear. Hopefully it'll give me a boss artifact. Let's see what that is. I didn't actually see what that was. I don't think it was a boss artifact. Here we go. Look like a glove there. What is it? Okay, so some diving shoes or fins. That's not a boss artifact, but yeah, that's the easiest way to. That's how I got this. I crafted this from 2 S pieces of destruction set gear. So that's the easy way to do it. There is another way to do it, which is if you go to the forge and go to boss artifact workshop, you can craft them here. But these are very, very expensive. So just to get an S rank one, which is the one I'm using, which is the Rake of Doom, you need all this material. So 5,000 of those is a lot to start with, I think. Never mind getting these, because you have to get these from grinding the boss. So these are very, very difficult to get. If you combine them with this regular way of doing it, it's not as rare as you'd think. If you have spare S rank gear, or even A if you want an A rank one, you will likely get one. They're not that rare. Okay, so didn't get one then either, but they're not that rare. Trust me, I've had a few of them. So why would you use this? Okay, if there's an easy way to get them, there's a very good reason. There's a very good reason to do that. If you're crafting them regular, you can only craft primary stat artifacts. The primary stats being attack, vitality, and destruction. You can't craft, so they're the primary stats. You can't craft the substat ones. The substats would be protection, bloodsucking, resistance, guardian, and crit hit. So if you wanted to finish off a set bonus, you'd want to get a boss artifact in the set that you want, and you might not be using destruction. So if you're doing the Cantare boss and you need if you need a destruction relic, then you want to craft one or hope for a drop. You do not want to craft this. This is not a good thing to craft because it's a huge waste of resources. But this one doesn't drop. You can craft it from the primary resources, so it's a little bit harder to get than the destruction one. So you could craft this one, but I still wouldn't advise it because you could get it just from crafting regular. This one, however, crit hit. So you want the crit hit rake of doom, for example, then yeah, you can't get this as a drop, and you can't craft it. So the only way to get this rake of doom in the crit hit set is to craft it in the boss artifact workshop. So I hope that helps because I didn't know that. I haven't crafted one of these yet. I'd like to do one now, but to show you guys, but I don't have enough materials. So yeah, the reason for this workshop is to get the set bonus you want, and it works across all three. So with Phoenix 1, you can craft these. But when you're crafting these, the special stat bonus will always correspond with the boss. So with the Phoenix one, it will always give you the special stat for God or Martial Arts. The Salamander one will always give you Elemental or Skill special stats, and the Cantare one will always give you Evil or Weapon special stats. Okay, so I think that's very important. I'm glad I've learned this now. So yeah, the short and long of it is, if you want an artifact for BAM, like I have here, don't use the boss artifact workshop, just throw S pieces of destruction gear together and you will get one. I think I would guess it's maybe 1 in 4, 1 in 5 chance to get one. Might be rarer, but that's infinitely easier than doing the boss artifact workshop. But if you wanted a artifact for say okay, so Chloris, I want to give her a Guardian set. I'm not saying that's optimal, but I would like to do that. So to finish off 2 Guardian set bonuses, so 2 free pieces, I'd need to get 2 artifacts here, or at least 1 would be useful, and I'd like a boss one, so I would craft a Guardian artifact if I wanted to use one of these. If I was going to get her a Vitality artifact, I would just use 2 pieces of S gear. So if I wanted to get her a Vitality artifact, do it the easy way. If I wanted to get her a Guardian set, I'd have to do it the hard way. Because again, the difference is you can craft boss artifacts with primary stats. You can't craft them which have got the secondary stats. Primary being attack, vitality, and destruction. Secondary being the rest of them. So yeah, are they worth crafting? I would say so. The best item in the game is my artifact that BAM has. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend that. So last thing, upgrading your artifacts and how does that affect them. So when you upgrade an artifact, it will give you a boost to any of the substats. So I do want to upgrade this one again, so let's give it a go. I think I should have enough materials. Okay, so that's +1. So you can see that the top section here, it'll give you a damage boost, which is one of these random stats. And the second one, that was plus 15% if you remember. So if I just take one of these away, you'll see it's, sorry, 17.5%, now it's 20. So if I go ahead and upgrade that, it was expensive. You can see now it got one of the substats increased. I didn't see which one it was. Maybe I'll comment. But the special stat has gone up by 5%, by 2.5% to 20. So that will go up every time. So if you get an artifact with a special stat, that will increase every skill level, and the maximum skill level is 7. So that's great. And the first time you upgrade one will give it an extra stat. So I should have one of those to show you as well. So if you have a brand new boss artifact, which is level 1, which I should have plenty of, because as I say, you get them from just crafting regular ones for destruction set ones. So this is a B one, so let's upgrade it. Probably don't use that. You'll see the first time you upgrade it, you get a random stat. I think you get, do you get more? Okay, so I think the rarer the artifact, the less extra random stats you get. Don't know about that one, comment below if you know. I've just found that out. So that's cool. Yeah. That's everything. That's everything for today. I hope that was helpful. Good luck crafting your artifacts. If you get any great ones, please send me a link to see them, because I'd love to see them. Especially if you can get them better than this, because I think that's the best artifact I've seen yet. I feel very lucky. Okay, good luck guys. I hope that was helpful.